What's the difference between what you got here and what you had before Rohrers got the Siple?
Well, as you can see, it's already on it. We're going to balance the steel trowel. We'll be grooming it here within the next couple minutes, and we'll be out of here. Concrete truck's out here at 7:30. We got started clearing around 8 o'clock. It's now 10:30. So we actually have time to take a nice early lunch, turn around, go to our next project. If we had another one ready to pour, we could be pouring. In this case, we'll just be prepping another one for tomorrow.
How long would it have taken with the old...
We'd have probably been here another 2 hours, I would be guessing. We have full sun now, so that would definitely help it along, but definitely you can notice the set time has really been sped up.
And the mix was good when you got here? You didn't have
the mix was great. We didn't get any big chunks as far as it used to be. Every so often, not every load, but you could guarantee about run out of every 5, you're going to end up with a bowling ball sized chunk of stuff that just was kind of lumped together and not fully mixed. Where this mix, after 20 loads, I've yet to find a clump. I mean, it's a night and day. It's a lot richer. It finishes a lot nicer. We can see the set time is perfect. I mean, you get on it, you get an edge held real quick, work. You'll have time to, you don't have to run and scurry to stay after it, but at the same time you're not putting your lawn chair out and catching a half-hour nap either. So it is far better than what was there.
Explain a little more how it finishes better.
The previous mix just didn't seem to be quite as creamy. It always seemed you got little sand particles would come to the top, and you ran across it with your steel trowel. You always ended up with a little ripple effect. This, we haven't had that problem with. We haven't noticed it, let's put it that way. I mean, you can see it's found out really nice, and it's just a lot less work. You're cutting almost a step, because you don't have to go through it 2 or 3 times to try to get the cream up. It's just there. They actually adjusted the slump so that I mean, this is still, the truck came 45 minutes past, or actually 45 minutes after the other one. And brought it out nice and stiff. Didn't have to add any more to it in here. Dropped the chutes down, and we just started putting concrete in. And we won't be that far behind as far as finishing it. We'll be right just about able to come right off the end of it, which is a lot better than having to guess and all of a sudden have something you can be sitting and waiting on and everything else finished. So the consistency is definitely there as far as them being able to control everything a little bit better. But the other thing I noticed is we did a pour last week where it was actually batched a little wet. It came out around the 5, almost a 6 slump, and it finished just as quick. It went in nice, and it finished just about as quick as what it did. The added extra inch in the slump, or 5 gallons in water, however you want to put it, made very little difference. I mean, I actually had jumped the gun a little bit and called and said, why are you sending me this real wet mix when you know I want to get this sidewalk done and open? And you know, well, okay, we'll address that problem. And I call him back and say, hey, I'm sorry, it's done. It's set just as nice as the other stuff. So I mean, obviously temperature and the weather has a lot to play with it, but any other time you could have guaranteed an extra hour of time on the pour on top of the 2 additional hours that you figured in the second. So it didn't affect it at all, which was great. But Rohrers going to the central mix plant definitely has increased my productivity as far as being able to get more than one job done in a day. Plus the fact that, as I said before, being in a small town, everybody hates construction to begin with. It's just a necessity in life that we all have to deal with that problem. But the fact that I can get in and get your sidewalk dug literally in 2 to 3 hours, depending on the length of sidewalk, get it formed, stoned, and get it poured back in, and you're inconvenienced for a day. Or in the case of being in a small town here with a lot of foot travel, I can have it done in roughly, tear it out in the afternoon and pour it the following morning, and nobody's walking around it in the street or anything else. It just works so much quicker and works so much better. And for me, I can't say enough. I mean, it's making me some good money because I can actually double my pours up.
Okay, Bob, what difference does this make between this new mix and the old mix? What difference does it make?
Actually, the one thing we were just talking about before being the fact that we're a mile and a half, 2 miles away from Rohrers plant, we always ended up getting chunks because it didn't have a thorough mix time, and it was just, I mean, literally we'd have bowling ball size pieces that you have to crush up and try to fill in with. I've yet, out of about 20 trucks, had one. Set time is fantastic. I can have this done before noon and be on to my next one and have it dug and ready for the following day without any fear.
How much faster is the set time?
I'd say 3 to 4 hours would be my guess. I mean, like I said, without that pre-mix that they now have, I even set it here that I'd spin them along just to try to get the chemical reaction going, and it would still just lay there for a while. Where this stuff, it doesn't lay, it finishes nice. I mean, you stay moving.
So as a contractor, you're benefited by being able to move on to the next job?
I have a lot quicker turnover as far as starting a job and completing a job. You got a truck coming in. Working in a small town with school kids, we don't do any busing around here. So what happens is we have a lot of foot traffic. The streets are narrow. Kids being kids, they either ignore the barriers and the cones and walk through it, or what they do is they decide to immortalize themselves and carve their names in. This, my average pour, I can start at 7 o'clock when they're going to school. By the time they're out of school, there's no marking. I mean, I can open it back up and it's actually viable to put it back again. Out in the street, definitely going back out in the street. The one I did yesterday morning, for instance, by 2 o'clock, I was able to pull my cones, pull my forms, put topsoil in, and we were off to the races, and I'm on to the next one. So it really is sped the productivity. And as far as workability, I can't say enough good things about it.